everybody! Lawman Mike with www.lawmanguitars.com. Boy, do I have an incredible guitar for you today. Couldn't wait to demo this one. I just got it just last week, and we posted it right up, got it cleaned up. Only thing not on it original is the bridge. It had some funky bridge on it that I really hated. I would have loved to have had an original bridge for it. I did not. So I put a very high quality compensated rosewood bridge on it. It's brand new. It will now outlast, well, probably won't outlast the guitar. These guitars are built like tanks. But what we have is a 1956 National Bel Air. This guitar is absolutely gorgeous. Almost as old as Lawman Mike, so it means it is really old and vintage. And I just absolutely love it. I've been playing this guitar, and it's just incredible. First of all, it has the Valco single coil pickup in it, which I love all the Valco pickups. You guys have seen tons of Valco pickups in all kinds of different guitars. They put them in Nationals, they put them in Supros, they've had them in some Ks. They've been in a plethora of vintage guitars from the 50s and 60s, and they're always outstanding. I love the sound of them. They're thick, they're full. It just makes you play different when you play with these Valco pickups. I absolutely love them. But other than that, it's all original. It's got this absolutely gorgeous spruce top, which is very close grain, which speaks to its age. It's a beautiful top. Maple back and sides. I mean, that's just, my goodness, is that one piece maple? I had not noticed that before. This is one hunk of carved maple. I don't think this is laminate. I'll double check that, but I'll tell you what, this is one gorgeous back on this. Maple neck, maple sides. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's actually wide. It goes from 3 1/4 down to 3 1/2 at the butt end, and it's just wonderful. It's got no line Clouson tuners, deluxe tuners. No lines, of course, are the ones pre-60s. You go from no lines to the single lines to the double lines in these Clouson tuners, which helps you date some guitars, actually, when you don't have serial numbers. And it's got the nice plastic butterfly or keystone kind of style tuner buttons, which are all very secure. Buttons are in great shape. Stems are not bent. They're in wonderful shape. And it does have the national plate on the back of the headstock, which helps us to date it. It's an X60, which if you look it up, you can see, you can figure out what dates these are. The only thing that I noted even in my description is this little piece of brown right here. I was concerned when I first got it. I thought, oh no, the neck's been broken. No, that's not. It's only in the wood itself. I think what happened was as they were sanding this down, it burnished right in there, and it's right at the junction of the volute, and I think that's probably what happened. They left it alone and just sprayed the nitro over it, and it's a character mark in this particular guitar. It's not a break, it's not a crack, it's nothing like that, but I want to point that out because I'm sure someone's going to say, it looks like the neck was broken. It's not. It's never been broken. So anyway, it's got the nice adjustable neck on it. They're actually bolted in here, and they've got this plate that sits over the top of it, so you can actually adjust your string angle, which is great. You don't ever have to reset the necks and steam them off. Just great guitar. It's got a 25.5-inch scale neck. It's got a 24 3/4 inch scale neck. It's a little shorter than some of the 25s. It feels it. I can feel it. I play differently on this guitar with a different scale neck, but it's got 1 5/8 inch nut on it, and it is not a baseball bat neck. A lot of the 50s guitars, as some of you will know, will say, oh, it must have that big fat neck. It does not. This one does not. Some of the Nationals did. This one does not. It's a nice thin neck. It's even somewhat shallow. It's a medium C. It's not a shallow C. It feels wonderful in the hand. And then the only other thing I'd point out is this is not a National guitar. It's a National guitar. The L has been broken off on the very top right here. Now, would I replace that? Never. I would never replace that. Someone asked me about this. Well, can you put a new National? I said, yes, you can put a new National logo on there. They sell those. You would never do that. Please, whoever gets this, do not do that. These are very, very fragile. Someday you may need to. If you hook it with your cleaning cloth, you'll start peeling it right off. You have to be extremely careful with these. But most of these have been broken off and missing. The fact that you have most of the logo on this guitar is wonderful. You want to keep that. It's nicely yellowed over its age. It's got the that is one nice bone nut. That's not plastic. That is bone. That's beautiful. Original nut. Frets are in wonderful shape. They're really not very big. These are not big frets on these. They're not tiny, but they're not medium size at all. And they play very fast. I'll tell you that. I really had to do very little this guitar to set it up. Didn't even take it to the tech. I even set it up. It was so nicely ready to go. So. And it just sounds wonderful. It's got a volume and a tone button. I thought maybe those were mismatched, but I was able to find a 56 catalog, and that's the buttons that'd be on it. So we cleaned those up. The pick guard is original. It's bolted directly to the body. It does not have the bracket that would normally hang on here. And it's fully hollow. So I noticed I was playing this guitar at home with my amp, and, I think that's all maple back as I'm looking inside. I don't think that's laminate at all. That is one gorgeous piece of maple on the back. But anyway, I was playing it at home, and it will start feeding back on you if you face your amp. If you're not aware of that, be aware of it. These fully hollow bodies will start making that sound move around in there. So you want to be aware of that at high volumes, which I don't know that you'll be playing this guitar at extremely high volumes. Maybe. If you are, don't face your amp, okay? But I want you to know it will feed back on you because it's fully hollow guitar. From there, it sounds wonderful. Man, it's a fun guitar to play. Love this guitar. Please, someone buy this before it becomes one of mine. Hey, I did not get it with the correct case, okay? And I think I've mentioned I have a stash of cases, and this guitar deserves to have what I would call a vintage correct case. I've been hoarding this one for a really long time. This is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous 50s Victoria case. Now, Victoria and Lifton are two of the names that you want to hear from back in that day. They were luggage makers. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but these were made by the luggage guys. And Victoria case they made suitcases, and they also made guitar cases. Now, the only thing I would point out on it is the latches are a little rusty. I've cleaned them up a little bit. I didn't want to do too much to them. I'll let the new owner decide to do that. But it's got the original handle on it, which is so rare in a guitar of this vintage. All the latches are here. All of them work. All of the hinges are on it in the back. 1, 2, 3 hinges. It's even got the things that you rest on the bottom when you set your guitar down, those little buttons on the end. All 4 of those are on there. And you open it up and you go, oh my goodness, is that a gorgeous case. Oh boy, it smells like Grandma's attic. It smells wonderful. It smells very, very vintage. The blue plush is absolutely beautiful. Blue would have been a color to go with National. So this guitar case could have very well have been sold with that style of guitar back in the day. This is not the original case again. However, it's one that they would have sold with the guitar. Now, it's got the accessory box. The previous owner had this little piece of leather put on there, which I thought was pretty clever. Accessory box works. They added a back restraint strap. This is not the original on here, but the plush is absolutely beautiful, and it's nice and padded inside. And I'll tell you what, that guitar sits down in there perfectly. It doesn't move around. It's the case that you want to have with this guitar. And I will tell you, if you try to go out and buy this case out on the open market, you would spend a fortune for it. These cases have gotten extremely expensive. So anyway, you're getting a 1956 National Bel-Aire. You just don't see them. I mean, there's one, I think there might be 2 of them out there in Sunburst. They're not natural blondies like this one. And of course, we all know they use the best woods and the blondes because they don't have any marks that you have to cover up with paint. So the National Bel-Aire in blonde, this is the only one I saw out there. I mean, I've not seen any more. It's just a wonderful, wonderful guitar. Happy to be representing it here at Lawman Guitars. I was happy to buy this guitar, and if someone doesn't buy it, no problem. I'll continue to play this guitar and enjoy it. It's a wonderful guitar. Check this and all of our cool guitars out at www.lawmanguitars.com. And here, while you're in my YouTube channel, I'd sure appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers this year. Wouldn't that be cool? We're trying to figure out what to do special for our 10,000th subscriber. So we're going to try to figure something out cool, and I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it'll be cool. So anyway, please check us out. You can Google Lawman Guitars. You can go to my Reverb site, Lawman Guitars. You can go to my YouTube channel, Lawman Guitars, or go to www.lawmanguitars.com. You will find me. I answer the calls. When you call me, have questions, I'm happy to talk to you about guitars. If you have a vintage guitar that you're getting tired of, or maybe you can't play anymore, give us a holler. We love picking up these guitars. I'm finding new finders out there all the time, and always anxious to talk to you. So, thank you for watching my demo. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you.